Okay, and let me make this very clear. Pedophiles will never have a place in the LGBTQ plus community. They will never be part of the Alphabet Mafia. Period, poo! What's up, Alphabet Mafia fam? My name is Zanardi, or you can call me Ryan. You can call me either Zanardi or Ryan. Welcome back to another video of Ask Alphabet Mafia, where you ask Alphabet Mafia. I am trying out this new hairdo thing. It might look kind of wacky. It's gonna be a man bun eventually. It's a little on the shorter side right now. It's not like fully there where you can like make it go back and do a whole bun. But it's getting there, and this is like a trial, like a test run. And quite frankly, I don't care. We're in quarantine. And we should not let other people's opinions or judgment affect us in any way. I like it. It might look kind of strange to some people. So what? You know what? Because at the end of the day, it's how you feel inside and what makes you happy. And this kind of makes me happy. So what if it's kind of quirky? So today's question is a little bit of a strange one. It kind of threw me off when I read it. When I saw it, I was like, whoa, what? It was a DM I got, and I thought we should talk about it. We should, because believe it or not, there are people in the pedophile community, I guess, that want to be a part of the LGBT plus space. And we just have to make sure that doesn't happen, because that's honestly, that's what the alt-right and what the opposers of LGBT equality try to say. They actually want us to be pedophiles. The alt-right and the opposers of LGBT equality, they want us to be pedophiles so that they can, have ammo against us and knock us down and make sure love never wins. But we're not going to let that happen. Before diving into that, I just want to make a few announcements. The variety options of stickers are running low. Like this trans one, there's I think like 40 trans left. There's maybe like 50 pan left. I know there's only like 18 lesbian. There's about like 50 non-binary. So we are just running a little bit low. There's plenty of the official stickers left, so if you want to order an official sticker. But if you are thinking of ordering a trans sticker or pan or lesbian, you should do it soon because we are running low and we can't restock due to COVID-19. The manufacturer is shut down, and so we are not able to work with them to produce more. So I just want to let you know there are a few great podcasts that will be dropping soon. So if you haven't already, go to the link below, whether you're Apple or Spotify. You can even watch them here, but if you prefer to listen with your AirPods and like not have to watch the YouTube screen or whatever, check out and subscribe to us on whichever platform you find better, Spotify, Apple. The Alphabet Mafia Podcast. We have a few great guests that I've recorded with. By the time you're seeing this, I've now done 3 podcasts just this week alone. We did 3 back to back. One was with Josh Van Sant. He is another great TikTok LGBT person. You might know him from there. So those should all be coming out in the next few days. They're great because they are filled with advice from various different angles. For example, Josh's experience in his professional life is a lot different than my other guest, John Voltoro, who I just spoke with today while I'm filming this. Go subscribe if you haven't already. Without further ado, let's get into this question. So the question says, hey, you make awesome TikToks. Oh, thank you. I have a question. I feel like there's no one ready to talk about it. Well, we're going to talk about it. Why are pedophiles hated so much? I'm not saying why child molestation or adults having a relationship with minors isn't in any way okay, but is it really a choice to be a pedophile? It'd be nice if you'd reply. So I think it's important to first define pedophile. According to the outlet Psychology Today, a pedophile is someone who has recurrent, intense sexual fantasies, urges, or behaviors involving sexual activity with a prepubescent child, generally 13 years or younger, for a period of at least 6 months. These urges have been acted on or have caused significant distress or impairment in social, occupational, or other important areas of functioning. So that's the definition of a pedophile. Now that we've established that, this person says, is it really a choice to be a pedophile? And I'm actually scared to look this stuff up, because it's just that weird. It's one of those topics where you don't want that on your computer, right? Like you don't want in your search history how to make a bomb or how to buy 5,000 rounds of ammo. Like, you don't want that in your search because you're gonna wonder what watch list you come on. Well, I don't really want, like, is it a choice to be a pedophile? Like, that'd just be weird having in my browser. But for the sake of the video, I think we're gonna try to get as much as possible as we can. First, I want to talk about the point blank question that is brought up. It says, is it really a choice to be a pedophile? And off the bat, I'm gonna say I don't think so. It's probably not a choice per se, meaning those urges probably do exist and come up in a person without them choosing it. But what is a choice, and this is the important end-all be-all, this is the important thing, what is a choice is, do you act on those urges or not? But that's just the general thought. Let's see what the science web says about this. So causes of pedophilia and other paraphilias are not known. There is some evidence that pedophilia may run in families, so it is unclear whether this stems from genetics or learned behavior. A history of childhood sexual abuse is another potential factor in the development of pedophiles, although this has not been proven. Behavior models suggest that a child who is the victim or observer of inappropriate sexual encounters may become conditioned to imitate those later on. Okay, so this is very hard, and to be honest, it's not the most fun thing, it's not the most cheerful thing to research, like, gosh. So now that we've defined it and we've looked up some of the causes, let's kind of go back to the question directly. It says, why are pedophiles hated so much? And the answer is simple. It's because they violated a child, someone that isn't able to give consent, someone that doesn't understand love or even sexuality or sex in any sense. They're hated because they violate children and leave scars and things that are unimaginable. I mean, episode 4 of the Alphabet Mafia podcast with JJ, he's a trans Olympic athlete. He was actually molested as a child. When he was in a female body, he was molested as a child. And you can learn more about that. You can listen to the first 45 minutes of that podcast is mostly about his experience with molestation. So I would highly encourage you to check it out. I'll link it below as well. But yeah, that is the reason why they're hated, is because they cause so much trauma and harm on an innocent individual. A non-consenting child, let's just be clear here, a child can't consent regardless. Whether they think they can consent, if you're under I don't want to put like a hard limit on it, but generally if you haven't developed sex hormones, if you're a literal child, 8 years old, 10 years old, like, you can't consent because you don't understand it, right? Child molester, child that doesn't understand love, they don't understand sexuality, they don't understand, and when I say love, I mean love in that romantic adult way, right? That, of course, they love their mom, they love their dog, but they don't have that mature level of love and understanding of what humanness is and romance is to be able to consent to such sexual acts. And so I think the bottom line here is that pedophiles they're hated because they violate people who are innocent and cannot consent. And that's the bottom line. Yes, it may be not a choice. Like, just, it might be just something wired in their brain that makes them feel that way, but they should not act on that way because that is literal rape. And so I just want to make this clear. This is not in any way an apologist video. I hope with the way the internet is today, you know there's going to be people that are like, you didn't act harsh enough on them, like, you should have insulted them more. Like I'm trying to make a video explaining things in a calm sense. I hope I made it very clear that being a pedophile is not okay. I think I've said that 1,000 times, that it's violating an innocent person. So yes, it's very wrong. So anyway, I think that's where we're going to end today's video. Please, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out. And I'm serious. I'm very serious. Check out the podcast with JJ. It's episode 4 with JJ Javalet. He was great. It was a very interesting podcast to do. Transgender Olympic athlete. He was molested when he was younger. And then make sure to subscribe to the podcast because we've got a few great episodes on the way. And other than that, I hope you have a beautiful morning, evening, whatever it is. Good night.